I think that the whole social media thing is kind of funny. Um, the algorithm or whatever. So I'm very thankful that Elon bought Twitter and turned it into X. I think that it helped. It's giving people a platform to post on, whether it's not 100% free speech, um, and there could still be elements of censorship left on there, which I think that I'm kind of feeling. Some things that kind of don't make sense. So, like when you create an account, uh, you actually have to follow like at least three people. I think at least one. You got to follow at least one person, and then if you start following a bunch of people, uh, what happens is you can only like follow 400 a day, and then you get cut off. They won't let you follow to the next day. Um, my and this is how I got a bunch of followers. Is I followed as many people as I could a day, and people I thought would follow back, like MAGA people, and they did. They follow back. That's how I got so many followers. Um, but and I was like, okay, I gotta cut this down to verify because like he came out with the verified account. So I kind of wanted like to help promote the verified account. Only follow back people who are verified. So I did that, and it's kind of like after like not really getting too much interaction. It's kind of like what's the point? Like so I just unfollowed like a bunch of people. Only follow like the people who have influenced me basically, and then some people who haven't. I'm just following them because they're a huge figure like a Barack Obama or something like that, or a Mark Zuckerberg. um but like my profile's at the point where if I started to follow a bunch of people back, what will happen is it'll cut me off after like 10 follows. I don't know why. My account's broken. I don't know what the problem is. Yeah, I tried to rig the system to in my favor because like um why not? Why if I'm paying for this, why can't I follow like a million people in one day? Why can't I just sit here like all day just following as many people as I possibly can? What is the problem with that? And the thing too is like I thought that Elon wants to kind of like intermingle the classes. Like there's a class thing on X. Like you got the major influencers, and then you got like mid-tier influencers who probably have like hundreds of thousands of followers. Like 30 or 50,000 to 100,000 followers. And then you got micro influencers like me who have like 13,000 followers. And then you have like the bottom of the barrel people um, that don't have that many followers. So, what does it matter how many people I'm following? I don't get it. I just don't get that. And how many? Oh, you want like you can see I'm not a bot. You can see that I have like 24,000 posts, replies, and posts or whatever. My profile is verified. I pay for the service. So, like, I'm not a bot. I get it if I wasn't paying, but like, I am paying. It's just like, it is so hard to get ahead if you don't have somebody helping you come up. In fact, like, this is so weird. And this happened to me with Ed Crisis. I made a reply on one of his posts, and then he replied to it, and it got like 100,000 views or something like that. And I'm like, sweet. And I'm like, oh crap, I have a big megaphone like right now. I'm talking to a major influencer, kind of starstruck. Um, and I know I say don't treat people like they're better than you. I know, but when you're like at my level of influence, which is not much, especially in my own personal life with people. It's kind of like people don't even respect me in my own personal life. Like they do, but they don't. I you could tell somebody respects you if like you're trying to say something and like they don't really listen to you. You know what I mean? They kind of like pay attention to the other people. They don't really care about what you're. They'll address it later. Um, so to have a big voice, um, with having no voice and lacking confidence too. So anyway, going into that situation, like I'm like, oh heck yeah, man, I'm gonna start getting more notoriety. I'm gonna start getting more and more. I'm like in the algorithm finally. Boom! All of a sudden, everything went south. Everything went down. All my views went down. Everything went down, and it was kind of like weird. Like some famous person, mid-tier famous person might like something that I post on their like a reply on their post, and then like I'm getting like blocked by Andrew Tate, Sebastian Gorka, JoJo, like big prominent accounts. So obviously these people seen what I wrote if they blocked me. Um, so like I'm getting pushed in the algorithm and I'm getting seen, I guess. But then like you look at like your views and your impressions, it's like how do I not have a lot more impressions? How am I not being seen more? It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. I'm trying to figure it out. Like, okay, so last week, um, I got a like from one of my favorite uh, journalists on X. He has like almost 2 million followers. He might even have more. I'm not sure. And like he actually liked something that I replied on his post. I just got one from Phil Labonte the other day. Me and Serge have kind of been interacting somewhat. That's Tim Pool's producer. Like I'm joking around, like he's liking my stuff. Like this is happening like the last couple weeks. Um, then I get a Laura. Like I've had like Pearl reply to me, pearly things. I've had like Myron Gaines like something that I posted. I've had Rolo Tomasi. You know what I mean? I've had these big prominent figures see me, and reply and interact. Um, to me, they're big prominent figures because they're on a big stage. Um, and what's interesting is like when I had Laura Loomer reply to me, um, it was weird. It was just like seeing, like I was like, oh crap, Laura replied to me, and then I seen like all these views. It's like 60,000 views in a matter of like minutes. It was crazy, um, and then like I could just see my views dropping slowly, and that's kind of like what happened with that Crescent thing. Um, so it's like so weird. It's weird, man. It's like these people know I'm out here, but I'm just like, uh, you would think like somebody in their circle, like a producer or like a Surge type person, would be like, let me look at this person. Like, let me check this person out. Let me look at their profile a little bit. Maybe it's just because I'm trash. Maybe that's all I like. It's just I'm not that good. That's the only thing I can think of. So it's so weird. It's a weird thing to like be interacting with some of these bigger people, and then you're getting like low impressions. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like throws me through a loop, because like and I am so grateful. I've been downplaying and been kind of embarrassed, honestly, of my work. I mean, because it's been such a small scale, I'm not very successful. And I did some like analysis with Grok the other day, because I had a friend, um, She told me that having 13,000 followers is a big accomplishment, and I'm kind of like, I know. It's like I don't feel like it was organic. You know what I mean? Like I said something, and like all these, like when I was building up my TikTok, my first TikTok, and I gained like a 10,000 followers really quickly. That felt organic. When I released a video off one of my TikToks, and I had ended up with over 400,000 views on that, and I ended up with 1,000 subscribers. When for like years I was sitting at like 350 subscribers, that felt organic. Yeah, my Twitter doesn't feel as organic because I've kind of rigged the system. But like, it's just like so weird. Like, if it, why am I like being able to be seen? It's just so like, it's almost like winning the lottery, like kind of thing. Like, oh, like I don't know. Like these are just these people aren't like special or anything. Like, but they're high status people, and it's just weird to interact with them and then have like a low impressions overall. And then like I don't know, it's such a weird thing. So I'm looking at I was watching a video, Primetime Alex Stein. This guy annoys me. He goes up on Timcast, and it just feels like he's being propped up. I think he was a flash in the pan. He's kind of like Kyle Rittenhouse. I don't think that they're really influencers. I think that they did something prominent, but they're really not cut out to be like a leader. And I don't think that I'm cut out to be a leader. I'm more of a leader by example, not telling people what to do. But like, like Alex Stein, this whole pimp on a blimp thing that he was doing, it was just like, it was kind of like he had a flash in the pan, what got him huge, but he really, maybe he stole the idea from somebody, like he innovated the idea off of somebody, but he really didn't have any material himself, because he's not really that creative of a person. You know, he's kind of like just a regular person. I think that goes a lot with these conservatives, is they're kind of just like regular people, so they're not really that creative. They're not really artists. Conservatives are not really the artist type. They're not really known for being artists, and having people like me who were on the left, being aligned with these people has been an odd thing, to say the least. Over like, I'm so ahead of my time. You know, when I'm sitting here thinking about, I voted in 2015, like such a pivotal moment in my life where me and my ex fiance was going through some things, and it was like, this is the end, and I'm going to end it. This is one of the hardest things I had to do in my life, was stop that. And then like I'm watching Trump's rallies at the same time, and I'm trying to like better myself, and I'm getting into the red pill stuff, and I'm like, yeah, man, I'm not masculine enough. I've been a simp. I've been an NPC. I've been this. I've been that. Coming to the realization, and I actually like seen this back in when I was like 27ish. But the thing is, I kind of like wanted to like forget about it and just kind of like focus on raising my kids. Like you know, all the conspiracy theory type of stuff. So I kind of just went into being NPC mode. I pretty much went to like following sports and all this and that. But like looking back at 2015, thinking to myself, man, I was like so ahead of the curve. And there's a lot of the country, like he obviously got elected, so a lot of people felt the same way. You know, have people like Elon. He probably didn't even vote for Trump the first time. and he voted for Biden. He voted for Biden over Trump. He got a vaccine. I didn't get the vaccine, so it's kind of like I'm ahead of the curve on a lot of different aspects. When it comes to my intelligence isn't just one thing. I think that like my intelligence when it comes to like different like types of intelligence, I think that I'm well stacked up in multiple like I'm high on a lot of different forms of measuring intelligence. Not high, but I'm not like an expert at anything, so I'm not like a genius at anything. But like I feel like compared to the average person, I feel like I have a good understanding of things. I have a good sense of awareness, a good understanding of like my body, how I can react. My reaction time is absolutely amazing. And I would have excelled in sports if I was brought up in the correct environment. I would have excelled. Got the body. I had the body for it. If I would have had like the knowledge that they have now about teaching kids how to jump higher, run faster, because I was thinking about it, I just didn't know how to go about it. When I was in my teens, I would be able to dunk a basketball. I would be able to probably run faster. Well, if I had the knowledge, obviously. But like we didn't really have that knowledge back then, so it's kind of like I don't know. Anyway, so I don't know. The whole it's I don't even know what I'm talking about with this video. I'm not feeling the greatest. I feel like I want to make something, and yeah, I really don't know. Maybe I won't even post this video because it's really not about nothing. I don't have nothing on my mind I really want to talk about. So yeah, that's it.